May I just say that when I posed the question, never in a million years did I think Adam would somehow bring it to a threesome. So it was announced today that both Nolan Arenado and Paul Goldschmidt are out for the upcoming series in Toronto because of their vaccination status. So these are two pretty big names not making the trip north of the border as a result of the vaccination requirements to enter and leave Canada. Do you think that MLB even entertains the possibility of the Jays not playing their playoff home games in Toronto because of all of this? Do you think there's even a discussion?
I would love to jump in first, but if anyone else, I don't want to step on anyone's toes. So if anyone's got something to say, jump
Scott,
in.
you let her buck. You've already jumped on toes, so just might as well say it now.
Okay, well let's live with these toe jumps on then.
Okay.
I think that the Toronto Blue Jays are a billion-dollar baseball market within an industry that fucking loves money, and there is no way that they endanger the amount of money that Toronto Blue Jays brings to MLB. I personally think all this talk of it is just frustrated American teams and frustrated American fans, and as much as it does suck, it goes both ways. The Blue Jays had to work very, very tough to make sure that all of their players were vaccinated because they also would be screwed coming in and out of the country. You need to be vaccinated to fly into the U.S. Like, there's the fact that the Jays haven't been able to sign about 10% of the players and have had to work around that and then have had to play homeless over the pandemic. I just feel like it's a wash. Americans can be as upset about this rule as they want. I think it's irrelevant. I think that the playing field is even, and I think there's no way MLB does anything to upset their money. But I'd love to hear a different take if someone else has it.
I'm just like I said, then in that scenario, and I don't disagree, but it boils down literally to profits versus competitive, what might be considered competitive balance, right? Like it's an interesting way to
what, I don't know, like, when profits have
right?
never not won though.
I just tossed it out there because I assume there would be pressure from these other teams on Rob Manfred to at least have the conversation.
I mean, there's certainly going to be pressures internally in an organization. Like if you said, if it's Cardinals Blue Jays and the Cardinals have to start game one of the World Series without Goldschmidt and Arenado, easily their two best players, I mean, that's going to be an issue. That's going to be a serious issue. And the people of St. Louis are going to lose their fucking minds if that has to happen.
Right. I do think there's going to be losing their minds on Arenado and Goldschmidt and being like, just freaking do it.
Just get it.
For the team. That's what they're going to be doing. I know. So it's gonna there's going to be a lot of pressure somewhere.
I believe Nolan's excuse was because he was trying to start a family. So hey, I mean, like that's your own thing, fine. But you know, if you have the kid, then yeah, just get the jab then after. I don't know. I mean, especially if it comes down to something like a World Series sort of scenario. But yeah, no, I definitely don't see them taking away playoffs from the Jays if we do.
No, I don't see it either. But at the same time, I think to me, it's more of a question of does MLB want to have a sense of consistency still? Like, are they going to remain consistent from the regular season of if you're not vaccinated, you cannot go to Canada to the playoffs? And if they say yes, there's going to be manhunts for Rob Manfred's head. And if no, then people are going to wonder why. Where's the consistency?
It's not a Manfred rule, though. It's a Canadian federal government rule.
Yeah.
Well, but that's also another reason to give Manfred a hard time, I think. I think people are going to find a hard time to give Manfred.
He'll be drunk. He won't even notice what's going on.
Oh no, he will be staring at a wall. Probably he'll be in some suite staring at a wall. But no, I don't think that that's probably going to be an issue. I do think that if that does happen, then I think that'll say something more about the players that don't want to get vaccinated than it will about MLB and Canadian ruling.
For sure.
I mean, I watched a lot of football through the pandemic, and the NFL was a clusterfuck, I think is the nicest word that I can describe it. as their teams had, we're playing with getting vaccinated or not, or quarantining as a team in a bubble, and they were trying to manage a full season and have the whole isolation thing going on. And it's an advantage for your team to just fucking get on the same page and get whatever, right? Like if Arenado wants to start a family and thinks that the vaccine is going to impact the safety of that happening, I mean, who am I to argue with the science that he looked up, right?
Of course.
But
Right.
then if you're putting your family first ahead of the team, cool, fuck you. Like, that's fine. You're welcome to do that, but we're here to win. And
Right.
what the fuck do I care if someone wants to miss game 2 of the World Series because his wife is ovulating? Like, go for it then. Like, go have sex. Go impregnate your wife. But we're going to play some baseball while you're doing that. Like,
Bring Goldie with you.
sure. Just stir it up and we'll see what color the hair is when it comes out. This is a weird topic, but for real, like
I'm not the one who made it weird.
Where did this come from?
look, I'm just saying,
Joel's
you've
in
got
the waiting
reasons-
room, by the way.
Oh, you've
Yeah,
got your
Joel-
reasons
Joel-
to
And
not
as
get
somebody with a
vaccinated.
genetics
Like,
background, this is actually making my mind explode.
what?
That's a
Okay.
ball player.
What did I
is,
miss?
The point is, if you want to put your personal choices ahead of the team, go for it. But like, it's a
Right.
team sport at the end of the day, and like, either get on the same page or don't, and that's totally up to you. But that's also up
Right.
to the team to either like put a little pressure on, right? Because like the AL is going to see it very early in the playoffs, right? If the Blue Jays end up getting that first wild card spot, they're good. If you want to be vaccinated and get into Canada, you have to be 14 days clear of your second dose. So this isn't something that you can go September 31st. You go, holy shit, we're going to match up with the Blue Jays in the first round. We better get everybody vaccinated. Like, it's too late at that point, right? Decisions are going to have to be made. Pressure is going to have to be applied by early September. So either like you're here to win or you're not. And you don't have to be. I mean, I just watched Duran watching inside the park grand slam as he watched the fucking backup catcher go and run and get the ball at the warning track. Like, we're all here to play at different levels. So whatever, but I have zero sympathy. I think the MLB is crazy if they're going to try and implement some sort of like neutral stadium for the Blue Jays to play in the playoffs.
May I just say that when I posed the question, never in a million years did I think Adam would somehow bring it to a threesome. And I obviously clearly went with the wrong question.
Or the
Joel-
definitely
Joel-
the right
Should have
one.
went with topic 2, Jen.
Hey, I wasn't
Joel, you missed a lot in a very short amount of time.
I wasn't the
Yeah.
one that invited Goldschmidt into that. Okay.
No, I take responsibility for
All
that.
right, thanks, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joel, you missed a
Fed the
lot.
fire. Yeah.
You missed a lot very
I'll
quickly.
have to tune in on Monday.
Definitely. Definitely.